Like, why are you giving me this grief today, Instagram? Like, okay, there we go. Because I was about to be somebody's pissed off somebody. You hear me? But alas, what? So, greetings, everybody that is on the Instagram. Thank you so much for joining me. Didi will be on shortly. And this is episode 14, 13 of Two Homegirls Chatting. So, I hope that you are here to enjoy the show. And I hope that we are entertaining enough for you on this evening. I'm going to take my glasses off. Didi, what are you doing? Well, can you just play around with the stream yard, please? I understand why he thought this was the appropriate time to vacuum.
I'm on the stage. Let me turn this down. Okay, so I am hoping that you all can hear me on TikTok.
Let me cut my volume down on the TikTok.
StreamYard's up.
All right, there we go.
I don't got my go-to.
Once again, people, so sorry for the vacuuming happening in the background of this thing that we do every week.
So it's nice enough
Every
to let
week,
us know
same
if you can
time.
hear us. Okay. If we happen to have anyone who is nice enough to tell us if you can hear us well on TikTok, that would be great. But in the
That would be
meantime, I
great.
think we're
Yes, please
gonna
and thank
go
you.
ahead and get started until we see anybody, any complaints that we're echoing or anything. Because I have done all the things that is supposed to make it work correctly, so we're good to go. You ready?
Hold on real quick, Didi.
Okay. About to get started in a second, y'all. Omega Q, how you doing? We're gonna get started today. We're gonna get started in a second, not today. We're gonna get started. I don't know if y'all can see my tag up that whole time, but I have fixed it. I think we're good. I'm good to go. Got my on.
Whatever,
About to be
Huey.
close to home in a few
We're here
days.
live with our
So I'm
co-host,
excited.
Huey.
Very excited is what I am. Hello, Huey. Okay.
That man is in there
Okay. So to make
shirtless.
sure you wasn't doing nothing crazy. Okay,
Like,
so
I have
your
no proof that he has a
there it is.
cocaine
I was
habit.
about to say it was loading.
Huey,
All right.
please, fucking
Huey, come
asshole.
on now.
That's why we about to
You
boot you off the
already a
cast, Huey,
cast
because
member.
you
You
really
don't
don't know
gotta
how
be
to act.
destroying equipment.
You really, really don't know how to act. You're really Bobby Brown in this right now, and I don't feel like you got to do that. I really don't. You're not.
Hello,
Listen,
Michi.
no one man is bigger than a group, and they are coming to see me.
Okay.
They are. They're not coming to see you.
Oh, I definitely need to share it. I'll be forgetting to share part repost.
Being a
Okay.
parent of a black cat
So,
is really hard.
because we don't have anybody to tell us what's going on, and can you hear me on StreamYard?
I hear you on streaming. I hear you on something. I don't know what I hear you on, but I hear you on. I know I don't hear you on
No.
TikTok. I hear you on StreamYard.
Okay. We don't have anybody right at this moment to tell us what's going on.
Where is Marquise when you need him?
Okay. We don't have anybody right now to tell us what's going on TikTok, so I'm just gonna let it rock for now. If we people's in here to let us, he working. He's on the floor, so he's probably not gonna be able to. He might be in and out.
Dave
Nisha
said that
might
he
be
was
in here
going to
in a minute,
join on
but
the
we'll see how that
Instagram
goes.
when basketball was yeah.
Hold
Dave
on,
said that
because
he would
he was
join the Dave said he would join the Instagram when basketball is on halftime. Whatever the fuck they call it for basketball.
it is over. I'm
I can't
looking
hear nothing
around
you saying,
checking
D.
my
Oh, there it is. It's like there's a delay. Of
Wi-Fi
course, I hear it on the Instagram, but not on the TikTok. So
connection
it's just
is
like I'm just not
good,
listening
but
at all. But I really can't hear what you're saying on TikTok.
having issues for some reason. And I'm sure it's not you. I'm sure it's the internet.
You said what, DD?
Why are you doing? Okay, can you hear me?
I hear you on something, but I'm not sure what. And you're frozen on the or you were frozen on the StreamYard.
So I'm turning this up for a second so you can hear me on TikTok. Um, yeah, it's freezing for me. Can you hear me on StreamYard?
Now I can.
Yeah, you're on my end. Oh, I really do not want to have to use my iPad. I need it on TikTok, but the StreamYard's frozen for me. Like your image is completely frozen.
On TikTok, you said?
Let me try. I don't want to have to. I don't want to have to exit and come back in. Let me just give it one go. I'm gonna try to.
Is that Rakai? Greetings, people that have joined us. Thank you for coming into our is that my line sister? Rakai? Oh, hey, Kyrie. Oh, hey, Kyrie. Oh, your name is on there backwards. Oh, that's cute. Hey, Kyrie. It's good to see you, honey. That's so funny. I got a line sister whose name is spelled like how your TikTok name is from Lincoln.
Okay, maybe it's doing right this time. Okay, can you hear me on StreamYard?
I can.
I'm gonna give it a minute and see what it does. I'm gonna let it rock. Uh, Kyrie, can you hear us on TikTok?
I think you can.
Yes, TikTok live. Yes, we trying. We
Kyrie is my
trying.
classmate, by the way.
Okay,
For
cool. All
now.
right. Hello, classmate. How are you? Okay, I'm ready. Are you ready? I don't like how dark this be. I don't know why it be so dark. But I'm ready to go. You ready to go?
I am. I think I'm ready to go. I don't know if
Can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you.
No?
I can hear you, yes.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm ready to go. I'm ready. I'm gonna go ahead and play the song. Here we go. I'm gonna play the whole song if you good with that.
Don't play the whole song because they're going to mute our entire video because it's copyright infringement. I can't hear you now.
It's breaking up. It's copyright infringement even with the Sono song.
Yes. Any music that you play over 30
Huh.
seconds is copyright
Okay.
infringement on any app.
Let it rock. All right. Yeah, I can't hear you. I can't. I can't hear you at all. I'm gonna have to switch devices. I really need my iPad, but my laptop is not gonna let me live today. So it is what it is, I
What's your laptop
guess.
doing, D?
I'm hoping y'all can still hear me on TikTok. I'm about to join StreamYard from another device because my laptop does not want me to be great today. But that's all right. That's all right. I ain't gonna have no smoke with nothing or nobody today because I'm feeling good. So it's all right. Let me just get on my iPad. All right, let me get off here. All right, I shall be back in a second. I don't want to end the stream. I want to leave. I just want to leave.
Let me turn the volume up on here. What you saying, DD? And then you got kicked out. And then you back.
Here we go. Lord, I hate using it. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna cut this down now.
It is what it is, though.
All right, the time is 9:17. We were actually on at 9. Like
Yeah, we
it was
were.
actually a thing today. I want to say that I'm proud of us for that. We actually got all the devices up and ready and working by 9 o'clock.
You off the
Still
stage?
having technical difficulties. I don't know what they are today, but we are
Okay,
having
now I
them.
can see you.
I don't know where I can hear you real good, but I can't at the same time, if that makes sense. Oh, because I turned the volume down. Let me turn the volume up. Okay, there we go.
Okay, I'll hold it for a second, so I can no longer play it. So if you wanted to sing it, I'm ready to go. Yeah,
Today
I
is
have to
pissing me
switch
off.
so I can no longer play it.
Today it's pissing me off so bad.
All right, Troy, you want to help me out? No, okay, that's all right.
No,
No, I thought her iPad was gonna help me, but it's not. It's all right.
it's not.
I'll figure it out. But I'm ready.
If we're being honest, I prefer my theme song better anyway. I
I
think
do
I've
like
said
your
that a
theme
couple of
song.
times.
Yeah, you did. I do like the way you sing it.
Yeah, I do
The
prefer
one
it that
Morgan
way.
did for us really does go off for me. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie. I
it's
really do
nice.
enjoy it.
It's not me, but it's nice. So,
Okay. Ooh,
what you see?
is that gonna work? I think I found a new way to hold this thing. This is amazing. I think it is. Yeah. Okay, let's do that. Okay, I'm ready.
Well, what did you do?
I propped my iPad up against my laptop and leaned my laptop back so my laptop kind of is working as an iPad case in this moment since I do not have an iPad case. But
Right,
I am
right.
ready to go.
I've been using a brick just in case my iPad decides it wants to fall down. Not this time. It's actually sitting up nicely. Despite the moment where Huey was trying to be the biggest hater in my life. All right, so theme song. These girls be chatting. Theme song. These girls be chatting. Theme song. These girls be chatting. Yeah, you know, Didi, we can add the theme song in on
Mm-hmm.
StreamYard as a thing that makes it come up automatically every week. I don't have
That would,
access to it though.
you know?
I don't, unless I go back through my old text messages.
Okay. I was about to say, if you know how to do that, let me know. I definitely don't, but I'll see if I can do some research of some
I
kind.
do not. That is why I haven't done it yet. But that and the fact that I don't even know where to find it at. I'm pretty sure it's in my text messages. I do have access. I could just stop being lazy and go look for it.
Okay. If you do, that would be great. If not, I'll see if I can find it. But hello, guys. Welcome to episode 13 of Two Homegirls Chatting. Thank you for joining us on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube Live, wherever you're joining from. We appreciate it. We will be talking about old bullies today. You know them old
Hmm.
women back in the day that just always got some slick shit to say. That's what we're gonna be talking about today, y'all. Let's get into that.
I'm
So
enjoying this.
first, we got to start with these Negro spirituals. Would you like to go or should I go?
By all means, Dee Dee, you go ahead first.
Now, I am going to go Ain't Nobody by Shaka Khan. That will be my Negro spiritual for today. Ain't nobody loves me better, makes me happy, makes me feel this way.
I too concur that
Okay.
that is indeed a Negro spiritual. It does do something to my Negro spirit.
Yep.
I
That's what I'm
must
going with
I
today.
must admit. Um, my first one for today is also from a songstress. Um, How Did You Get Here? Nobody's Supposed to Be Here by Deborah Cox.
Absolutely a Negro spiritual.
Hmm.
Everybody should
Because
know the lyrics.
because as I am befuddled by how you have come up about when no one was supposed to be at the function,
Uh huh.
just trying to understand how you made it through. Because nobody's supposed to be here.
I thought you was gonna let me be great, but I guess you're not.
It ain't letting you be great.
No, it ain't letting me be great. All right, let's see if I got another Nego spiritual for y'all. Now, in case y'all don't see me on StreamYard, I will be streaming this
We don't see you or hear you, Didi.
Okay, I'm back. I don't know
There
if
we
we had
go.
this previously on any of our other episodes, but I will submit "Never Too Much" by Luther Vandross.
As you should. As you
Never.
absolutely should.
That's one of those cookout.
Um,
God
it
damn it!
absolutely is.
This is about to irritate me.
I'm shaking the table today. Um, because I'm gonna just say it and you gonna fuss at me.
Mm-hmm.
But Step in the Name of Love is a Negro spiritual.
It is. I won't say much, but I'll agree that while I do not listen to Step in the Name of Love or anything by that artist, I cannot deny that it is most definitely a Negro spiritual. Are
It
you
is
gonna
indeed.
let me borrow you? Maybe you'll help me. No, you won't. Okay, fine. All of my things that I had that would allow me to prop this up is packed away. So yeah. I don't know.
Maybe put a box right there.
Yeah, I don't have a box small enough to put here. It's like
Oh
they're
shit.
big ass, like
Big ass
almost high
boxes.
height boxes. So yeah, that's not gonna happen.
I wish you could
But
see this cat in this windowsill, DD.
let me say hi to everybody who has joined us so far. Thank you, ASMR Alien, Aquarian Shay, Flore, Breakfast. Hello everyone. We're about to get into this. So would you like to start us off?
What I like to start us off.
I have but I have
No, but I do want to start us off. What were
uh-huh.
you about to say, D?
I was about to say I would start, but I gotta play around with this iPad in order to get access to my notes. Everything that I have is on here. That's why I really did not want to join from my iPad, but it is what it is. Last day.
Um, can we start talking about that? That this is your last week
Yes, let's
that
let's
you'll
talk
be
about that.
broadcasting
Why I
from
struggled to
here?
figure to figure out this setup. This is my last week in Albany, Georgia. That is where I have been
Mm-mm.
residing for the last 10 years of my life, for all of my child life. My child was born and so far raised in this city. We will be moving to Pennsylvania. I'm originally from Baltimore, Maryland. So I'm probably never going back to Baltimore, but I am going to be close to my home, and I really love that for me. I love that for my family. We are all excited. Well, Troy is not so much excited. She's excited to be able to see her grandmother on a constant basis, but that's about it. But we are very excited. We were just talking about that today. Like, we're about to leave in 3 days. 3 days.
Three of
We
them.
had a meeting with the movers today. He came over to get one last good look at everything. They'll either be here tomorrow or the next day to move this stuff, which I'm also excited about because I've never had movers, and I'm very excited about the fact that I don't have to move all of this furniture and then have to place all of it. I'm very excited about that. So
And with
yes.
that, Didi, I want to give a public service announcement.
Okay.
I'm gonna talk right into the hoochie when I say this to you people. Um, if you are over 35, just hire movers. Just hire movers. Move. If you're over 35, just hire movers because getting your homeboys to come over with a bottle of Jack Daniels and the promise of pizza is not, it's not an apartment moving make. It is not. It's time to just go ahead and hire some movers, pay that little 500 done and be done with it because your
No,
back will appreciate it.
it's nowhere near $500.
Well, you're moving state to state, but I
Oh,
moved
okay. So,
across town. It was
oh, okay.
$500.
So, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So that is amazing advice. But if you are moving across states, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. We,
Hmm.
on the other hand, was not about to move all this shit 13 hours. It wasn't gonna happen. So, yeah, we had to do. We had to do. All right, I'm
Hey,
gonna just
Will.
try to sit up closer. I can attempt to try to remember what was in my notes because if I come off of this, then it's y'all not gonna be able to see me. Why you don't want to sit up today? Like what is the problem?
You don't got picture in picture on your iPad, DD?
What you mean?
What you mean with a picture in picture? You can do multiple things at once on the iPad.
Oh, I don't know how to do that. I think I know
Right.
exactly what you're talking about, but I don't use it because it bothers me. Don't ask me why. I'm very particular about things. I hate using that thing. So I don't know how to just access it on my own. I usually access it by mistake and immediately try to revert back to what I was doing. But
Right.
if you know how to do it, please let me
Ouch.
know because
I know how
that
to
would
do
be
it when I'm
great
doing
in
it,
this.
but I can't describe it.
Yeah, that would be great in this moment. But yeah, I don't know how to do that shit. I think I do actually. Let me see. I think it's like a drag and drop type situation.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know. I ain't gonna
Mm.
bother with it. Um, I ain't gonna bother with it. I'm already struggling with the device itself. All right, so yeah, you said you wanted to go, or I kind of got a quick glance at what I wanted to say. If you need me to go first.
Um, no, it don't matter. Go ahead.
Hello, Claude.
I'll just get us for those who are just coming in. We're gonna tell you guys a little bit about what our topic of the day is. So we haven't really let a couple weeks ago we had a we had a intergenerational episode with some younger gentlemen, and it's not related, but I just want to give that little bit of context to go into the topic that we're talking about today. So, of course, you know that there has been beef between generations, but it's not necessarily a generational thing as much as it is just a spirit that just so happens to come to people at a certain age. I'm inclined to believe that they've had that spirit since they were a child and not enough people popped them or they could fight real good. So by the time they got grown, nobody could tell them nothing. But we're talking about, and it's not just women. Let's be clear. We're talking about older bullies, people who get into a workspace and just become a bully. And it may not necessarily. I've seen it on multiple different spectrums, from my field, and
Mm-hmm.
just being around people. But you go ahead, D.
Okay. I'm hoping when we're talking how that comes from different genders, that might be something you have more experience with. For me, it's really just a woman thing. I don't really have too many interactions with older men. Um I have worked with men in fields, but they usually are they're what's the word? They cause no problems. They come in, they get their work done, they go to fuck home. It's any drama I've ever had in the workplace has always been with other women. But
Minus
let's
that one dentist that you had that time.
well, that wasn't really drama. He was literally a crack addict. So
Oh,
he just was off. He just was addicted to drugs. So he, just wasn't right in the head.
yeah.
Um yeah, so I'll start with this. I'll start with this post that I saw of this lady. She said she was at a hair salon and this older woman walked in. She looked like she was maybe around 90 years old. That's what she said. I don't know if that's what she actually looked like.
Because
But
you got to look old as shit to look 90. Because who look 90?
right. She literally said 90
Like,
something. So I'm like, I don't know that I've ever seen somebody like she looked like she about 90,
she
but
about
that's what she
90.
said.
You look dead.
That's
You look dead as hell.
that's what she said, so that's what I'm going with. So she sits down, the older woman, she sits down, ready to get her head done. There is a woman already in the chair getting her locks maintenance by a completely different hairstylist. So both the
Hmm.
woman who was speaking is waiting for someone, and the older woman is also waiting for a hairstylist. But there is a completely different woman getting her locks retwisted in the chair. So this old woman yells out to this stylist who was doing this woman's locks, "Is that a man?" And she like, "You talking to me?" She like, "Yeah, that's a man you got in that chair." She like, "No, ma'am. No, this is a woman." She like, "Look like a man to me." Like loud as can be so that everybody can hear it. And the video that this woman did was pretty long. But why do you feel like it's necessary? Because her point that she wanted to make is that people shouldn't be automatically given certain privileges or treated with a certain kind of automatic respect just because of their
Hmm.
age. Like you also have to show respect to others, and I completely agree. Because 90 or not, why do you think it's okay for you to yell out, "Is that a man in the chair?" Even if you were curious, even if you really wanted
Right.
to mind someone else's business, you could have waited till that lady got her hair finished, left the salon, and went up to the woman and said, "Hey, was that a woman?" If you were so inclined. But to yell out while the person is in the chair, "Is that a man?" And then to take it even further to say, "Oh well, it looked like a man to me that you got over
Well, I
there."
think that was the only opportunity she had to say it, because had she not had that woman's hair in her locks, that locks up in her hands, she might have got mollywopped. So she knew exactly when to say it. And
And
that's
this
the thing about bullies. They know exactly when to be on a bullshit. They know when to be on a bullshit. They know when. Because they know it's a chance that I'm gonna get my block knocked off if I keep on fucking around with the wrong one. So yeah. Oh, Didi, you frozen on the stream yard, but that's fine. Now I can't hear you because you say what? And it's on my page. So makes a difference to me. I said it does make a difference because it's on my page. And yeah. It's gone now. It's gone now. So Dee Dee is having some tech difficulties for those of us who are on the Instagram. So hopefully you can hear. I'm gonna turn the volume up so that you can at least hear her from our TikTok. Sorry for the Well, yeah. Well, bullies absolutely know when to when and who to fuck with. Like, it'd be unfortunate for them when they find out who they fuck with was not the right one to mess with,
Mm-hmm.
because that's when they decide they want to be a victim.
Yep.
And unfortunately, for a lot of, I want to go back to something that you said, because I have to say this every time, because words absolutely mean things. When
Mm-hmm.
people talk about the respect that you give elders, it is not respect. It's deference. You defer to somebody because they are older than you. That
Right.
is where the buck stops.
Mm-hmm.
Respect and manners, you give people manners because
Manners.
you
Yep.
are deferring to them and because
Mm-hmm.
you respect them, but you can respect somebody and not be polite towards them.
Yep. This is very true.
I respect my boss all the time and he gets all the words. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, but that's just me. But
Yeah.
like, it's interesting that you brought that story up. I want to bring up a story from when I was working
Mm-hmm.
in PG County. And I had a paraprofessional. Now, for some reason, people believe, and this is a whole opposite conversation. If you are a paraprofessional and you are watching this, I'm so sorry, sister and or brother. Please do not take offense. But if you take offense, please take it in the trash bag. Because it's gonna be a
I
lot.
used to be one.
Now, the thing about, there is this misconception that paraprofessionals either think that they are in charge of the classroom, or they think they don't gotta do jack shit.
Mm.
I had a parent who wanted to be in charge and also not do jack shit. And she
Mm.
was cool, don't get me wrong. She was cool to an extent. But she was one of those people who felt like because she was older that she was going to run over
Mm.
me. And
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately for her, she had met me right around 25. And
Yeah.
25-year-old me,
Uh-huh.
oddly enough, had more of a filter, but also more of a temper. So the temper usually showed up before the filter did.
I think it was
That lady
opposite.
ended up getting herself cussed out, and she was 50 something and I was about 20 something, and she got her ass cussed out because, girl, it never gave you was going to tell me what the fuck to do. It had
Right.
never point, because girl,
Mm-hmm.
excuse me, you got this job in 1983 with a high school diploma. And no offense to anybody who merely, not merely, anybody who is operating off of a high school diploma. Nothing wrong with that because you got your diploma. However, don't come in here trying to be in my face talking about what I know and what I don't know. My information is more up to date than yours. And it came from more
Yeah.
schooling,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
little bitch. And it was terrible. I was so glad I got suspended that year. I was stuck working with that bitch because we would have been fighting by the end. I would have got fired.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
experiences like that with older women. It was literally one time. I won't go into too much detail because it really wasn't that big of a problem. Once I let her,
Hmm.
like, you're not about to tell me what the fuck to do. Not to mention, we were in two different positions. Like, you're the receptionist, I'm the dental assistant. We're doing two different jobs. I don't need you to tell me how to do my fucking job. And once I let her know that, I didn't have no more issues with her.
But it goes into people knowing who and who not to fuck with. Like,
Mm-hmm.
people choose who they want to, and even with, I shouldn't talk about him, but I'm going to because fuck him. Um, when we talk about a male bully,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to talk about Lawrence,
Lawrence, who's Lawrence?
Coach Lawrence, embezzling
Oh, Officer
Lawrence,
Lawrence.
boat embezzling Lawrence. Yeah, because in reality, why the fuck was you ever in trouble for hazing?
Mm.
Why was you ever in trouble for that? As a police officer and as the coach, that's some
Mm-hmm.
bullying ass shit. The fact that you are allowing the other boys to haze the other boys for the sake of sportsmanship or
Mm-hmm.
team work, bitch, you belong under the jail. And I'm glad they gave you that year. I wish you had a few more. Because you
Yes.
should have went to jail for that.
Mm-hmm.
But I digress on his thieving ass.
I think let's see. My next one will probably be all the hair comments. I ran into another
Oh
video.
Lord.
This woman was like, I saw my father today. This is a good one because this is, bringing up the other side of this. She was, I saw my father today, and he was like, why your hair not done? And I'm like she turns her head, shows her little, she got two little braids going down each side of her hair. Her hair is definitely done. It looks very fresh to me. And she was like, my hair is done. And she was like, can we just talk about how older people will assume that because you wear your hair is not done. And I get where all of that comes from. And I realize it's never going to be something that they unpack. So it's one of them things that they'll just be stuck on stupid when it comes to
Hmm.
that. Like, and that's just what it is. Like we're just we come from a different generation and we understand where that comes from. It's a shame that they don't, or maybe they do and they don't care because they used to speak in a certain way, live in a certain way, feeling that a certain hair type is presentable, and that sucks for them. That's all I can say about
Yeah,
that.
it
Yeah,
really
like
does. It
my
really does suck for them.
hair, this is the hair that's growing out of my head, and whichever way I choose to wear it, this is how my hair grows. Because don't nobody tell Karen and Susan and Ashley to do something with their head, the hair that's growing directly out of their scalp.
But that's not true because let them not wash their hair for 3 days.
Well, see, that's something different. They know good
You
well
would
they.
see you would see the difference. You would hear Karen at the office talking to Emily like, "Hey, is everything okay, Em?" It would happen. It would happen.
Uh,
It would
now
absolutely happen.
they know they can't do
You
that.
know what's funny? The whites have different issues than we
Yeah.
have. Whereas ours is texture,
Mm-hmm.
theirs is color discrimination. Like they discriminate against brunettes and blondes and gingers.
You know.
They're a color discriminant,
Yeah.
which is weird.
I literally just found out this year sometime that they actually view different, like their skin complexions. They look at differently. I did not
They
know
as
that.
well. Yep. Like if you
Like,
have olive skin, if you have
yeah.
porcelain, like yeah, they be serious about that type of shit.
I didn't know that. Like I heard one of them talking like, yeah, I used to get teased because I'm darker, and I'm like, darker what? Like,
Hmm.
my skin is like a little. I'm like, oh, that is problems that y'all actually be having.
It
Okay,
is. It
but
is. Like
but
it's
I don't mind
crazy.
my business because that don't got nothing to do with it. Sucks for
You ain't
y'all.
got
I'm not.
nothing to do with
With
me.
me.
And I'm
But
perfectly fine
yeah,
with y'all harassing each other over there.
right. But yeah, that hair.
Perfectly fine with it. White on white crime
I
every
don't think
day.
I've ever had that experience with a family member though. I can say that. But yeah, that hair thing is
I
it's crazy.
definitely had my aunt. I told you about this. Like I think we talked about this in the first episode, maybe. But my aunt definitely hit me with
Yeah,
the
third
what
episode.
you doing with your
That was the
hair?
hair.
Now, to
Mhm.
be fair, my hair was not done. And I knew my hair wasn't done. Granted,
Mhm.
it is how it grows naturally out of my head. I will push back on just that statement because some people be looking crazy as shit with their natural hair. And I'm sorry, I'll be there to stand. You didn't throw nothing through that. You didn't throw no comb through that. You didn't throw no
So,
water on it. You didn't wash and go. You just went. You just got your ass
mhm,
out the bed, did like this, and what the
mhm,
fuck on about your business. That does
mhm.
happen. Now, the thing about that is, if I chose to do that, Barbara, that's not none of your motherfucking business. That ain't
Yeah.
your business. It's not your prerogative. Because if I asked you, why you smell like that? Did you know you got that scent? Are you aware that you smell like Mr. Krabs? I would be wrong. I would be wrong to say that.
Oh, Joel.
But you can tell me that my hair don't look done.
Right.
I look like a wild thornberry. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I can't tell you, hey, we can see that depend.
Mm-hmm.
We
Yep.
can see that depend.
You know what I will say though? I will say that there should be suggestions given sometimes in a nice way though. The problem is with older
Mm-hmm.
people, they don't know how to correct without criticizing. Like you can pull me aside and say,
Mm-hmm.
"Hey, I want to give you a little advice," and it
Yeah.
not be, "Girl, what you got going on?" Like that's
But
the
they
part where,
also don't know how to receive correction without it feeling like
yeah,
criticism.
man, I tell you, which is so hypocritical. But um, there are times where it's like you say, we can tell when somebody hasn't combed their hair today. I get that, but there are other times where, bitch, I'm just wearing my afro. I
Right.
am wearing my wash and go. I'm wearing my afro. I got my little band around it. Okay, I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Word. All right, fine. TikTok. But and then you still criticize that. Like, what is the problem? And then it's confusing to me because I'm like, y'all grew up in the '70s now.
Y'all wore afros.
Y'all wore
Y'all
afros.
called it a natural.
What is the problem now? Like, I don't get it. Is it that
But the thing
you
is,
feel like
because
it
those are
shouldn't
the
have
same
stayed
ones who
that
didn't
time?
wear natural. Those are the same
Oh
ones who didn't wear natural. Those are
well,
the
that's the
same ones
problem.
who were still getting perms. Quiet as it's kept, they were the same ones who said the same thing about afros then that they're saying now.
Probably.
The thing
Probably.
is, I think we get this misconception that people get worse with age. Some people are just POSs their whole
Yeah,
lives.
this is true. This is true.
Like me. Take me for instance. I know that once I hit 65 plus, I'm going to get on people's nerves. You know how I know that? Because right now in 2026, there are at least five young people like, oh, here come Nita ass again. I'm going to be consistent
Uh-huh.
throughout. I already tease and bully my little cousins now so that they'll get used to it. Because
Mhm.
somebody in the family got to be the family bully, and I am okay with being her. Because you know
Mhm.
what? The family bully gets taken care of.
Yep.
The family
Mhm.
bully gets taken care of. And that be the problem. People in your family don't cuss you out.
Mhm.
So you can
Yeah.
go out into the regular world and think that you could talk to people like that. But them people not your family.
Yeah, we've gotten better with that though. That's why you got so many people these days going no contact with people because you're not going just talk to me in your
Hmm.
kind of way. Somebody on Instagram said tall, dark, and handsome was for white men. That is, I think, where I heard this whole dark skinned white person,
It
thing that I didn't know
was.
that going on. It was through that statement because I did not realize that was for white men. And then I don't know what I was watching, and they were talking about like, yeah, because I was considered dark. I was like, dark. What? So that's when I found out that they look at complexions differently even amongst their community. Because tall,
Yep.
dark, and handsome was definitely for their people. I definitely did not know that. I thought they were talking about black men this whole time. Yep, that's my one. You got another one? Oh, not
Oh
my one.
gosh, I could really talk about this topic forever in a day, to be honest with you. Because what time is it? 9:48. All right, we getting out of here at 10:45, right?
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
We can
Okay.
do our wait one black ass minute at 10.
Okay. Cool. 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 All right. But let me think. Let me think. So we talked about the workplace.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't talked about the church house.
Yeah, that I don't know much. Well,
Well, I can speak to it. I can speak to it because I have a bully in my family, and I'm
I
so glad
had
she
one
don't follow me
experience.
on either one of these.
I had an experience, but it's a little different for me. But yeah, you go ahead.
Well, when we were in high school, I took one of our friends to church with me.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this friend, wasn't
Mm-hmm.
used to going to church and wasn't necessarily like we was kids. We were
Mm-hmm.
kids. So you may not necessarily have the appropriate clothing for church because
Mm-hmm.
you're a child who doesn't go to church. Kids who go to church have a
Right.
certain wardrobe because they're going to church.
Right.
So this
Right.
friend wore leggings and
Mm-hmm.
a shirt that kind of covered, but not so much. And
Okay.
my grandmother
Mm-hmm.
was so rude to her.
Wow.
In my opinion, mind you, this is before my grandmother evolved a bit and
Mm.
learned more. But my grandmother had to learn that day that I don't allow you to disrespect my friends because I don't allow you. My grandmother tried to bully me one time and found out where Wilson couldn't pick it. My own grandmother found out where Wilson could not pick it, sister, because I'm gonna
Uh-huh.
get. I'll tell you about this. And it
Mm-hmm.
wasn't bullying; it was an attempt to parent. But you're not my parent; you're my grandparent. Part of the
Right.
village, not the parent. So I was remember I was working at the barber shop. So
Yes,
I
I
used to
do.
work at this barber shop that was indeed a drug front. My grandmother had this homegirl, Miss Maisel, God rest her soul. Miss Maisel came and told my grandmother that I was working at the barber shop that was a drug front. I ain't
Mm-hmm.
never seen no drugs get passed through there.
Mm-hmm.
All I saw was hair cutting.
Right.
So my grandmother, now mind you, I'm working, I'm getting to it, whatever. Making money, decent money too, and not having to pay nothing off top. So my grandmother calls me and tells me, "Oh, you're quitting working at that barber shop today." I said, "Who? Who?"
That's funny.
I kindly hung up because, girl, please.
Mm-hmm.
Now, mind you, I'm this close to 18. So, in my mind at that time, I was grown. Now, was I disrespectful to my grandmother? Maybe. Do I apologize now? I'm standing on it. Because
Yeah.
it was about how it wasn't from a place of guidance, it was from a place of power. You thought you was going to tell
Yeah.
me what to
Yeah.
do, and
Yeah.
I was old enough to think for myself at that point.
Right.
So she came to pick me, she called herself popping up to pick me up to take me home. And that's wherein she found out I am indeed her granddaughter. I
Right.
may be my mother's daughter, but I'm her granddaughter. My mother, you know my mother. You met her. She's very kind. She's very nice. She's very meek. She's very easygoing, easy to get along with,
Right.
agreeable even.
Mm-hmm.
I am more like my grandmother in that who are you talking to?
Right.
So my grandmother came to pick me up. Mind you, we standing outside of Old Town Mall. It's dark as crackheads outside, fussing down. I mean, fussing to
Crackhead
the
argument.
ground,
Lord, crackhead argument.
fussing
That's a whole
to
other
the
thing.
ground. I mean, no, it was me and my grandmother arguing. The crackheads was watching, but
Oh.
me and my grandmother were the ones going at it.
Oh.
We was
Okay.
going at it. When I tell you I got in that car and I wowed for respect from Old Town Mall to the tip of Cherry Hill. It was that serious for me because it's like you're not gonna take away the little bit of independence that I had. And my mother
Right.
wasn't saying shit. My mother didn't care. My mother was like, "Well, should you work there?"
That remind me of my mother. My mother used to do the same thing. Well, me and my father used to get into it.
But yeah, my grandmother prepared me for bullies at a young age.
Mm-hmm.
I unfortunate. You know what? Maybe some people aren't bullies. Sometimes we have had moments where our skin wasn't quite thick enough. That does exist as well. Sometimes people aren't bullies. Sometimes people don't know how to say things in a polite way. And sometimes people be coming from a real good spot. But it's like, I'll give you an example, right?
Mm-hmm.
God rest her soul, Miss Gray,
Mm-hmm.
who was our high school health professions teacher.
Yes.
Did she have good reason for telling us we were not allowed to come to her class with our bra straps showing? Absolutely. Absolutely. She had absolutely good reason for that. Did she have a good reason for telling the girls that they look like hoochies? No. Did they need to hear it? Yes. Did it make a difference?
No.
And had she explained it in a way that came from love and not from a place of
Mm-hmm.
judgment, she
Mm-hmm.
probably would have gotten a lot farther than what she did with
Mm-hmm.
our class in particular, because them people used to give her the blues and she used to give it right back to 'em. Like even telling Ty East, I drink diet soda so I don't gotta look like you when she was a little bit
Mm-hmm.
over she was a little heavier when we was in high school.
Mm-hmm.
Saying that to somebody who's body conscious, you don't know what, and that's what I've learned as a teacher. I went into teaching with the thought process. You really don't know what somebody
What
is
somebody
going
going through?
through.
Mm-hmm.
So please don't get to the space. I joke with the kids, whatever. I don't joke with them about their appearance. I don't joke with them about their smell and stuff like that, because
Mm-hmm.
what could be funny to me could be
Right.
their 13th reason. And here I am
Yeah.
causing somebody turmoil by accident. So
Mm-hmm.
I think the problem with people who are bullies is, number one, they don't know they're bullies. Number two, they don't realize that the words that they say affect people, and the ways in which they act affect people. But they're so sensitive. I've not met a bully that wasn't sensitive.
They are sensitive when it comes to you giving it back to them. That's when it gets
Hmm. Then it's,
uh
why you react like that? I ain't say, I
right.
won't say nothing else to you. Then you shouldn't have said nothing to me in the first place.
It's kind of tricky for me because I don't know that they I feel like there are very few who you will check and they be like, "Oh, my bad. I wasn't trying to say it like that." Very
Hmm.
few of them. Most of the time I find that they mean exactly what they say and exactly how they say it. They just don't give a
Absolutely.
fuck. They don't give a fuck at all how you feel about it. Cause when you bring it to them, like I go back to this no contact thing. When I bring it to them to say, "Hey, you're wronging me in some way. Like you don't have to talk to me like that." It's always a
Hmm.
defense. It's
Right.
never a okay. Well, let me not treat you that way. I don't want you to feel offended by what I'm saying. I want to just help you out. It's most of the time it's not that. So I find I don't know. For me, it's hard to believe that for most of them at least that it's not a bullying situation because you just don't give a fuck about how you treat people, and that's crazy. That's crazy to me.
I feel like there's a lot of dimensions that should be brought into play. I think depending on the age, you should take it into it, not you. I feel like depending on the age, sometimes we have to take it into account. And I'm going to always be the objective thinker.
Mm-hmm.
When we think about people of a certain age, I think that's just the culture that they're used to, like the bully culture of a workspace. I think a lot of them are just used to that being
They
the thing.
are.
And as soon as they have somebody that is under them or younger than them, or somebody that they can do the same thing that the treatment they've been getting, they hop on it with both feet.
Yeah. Yep. They do. I wish
And it's
Marquise
like,
he could speak to that because
I
he
wish he
explains
was too.
that a lot. Not he experiences it a lot. Sometimes
Or being a
directly
male in his
towards
field, I'm
him.
sure he does.
Yeah, sometimes toward him, but mostly what he witnesses the older nurses doing to the younger female nurses.
Hmm.
Because of course, as we know, nursing is dominated by women for the most part.
Right.
So it's more so stuff that he'll tell me that the older nurses will say to the younger nurses, and I wish he was on here to speak to that because that's exactly what's going on. Like what you're talking about right now, that happens a
Hmm.
lot, a whole lot.
I also feel like, depending on the rates.
Patricia Hanner through my eyes. Hello, guys. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, go. You said depending on the race.
Huh? What you looking at, Didi?
TikTok.
Why I don't see the comments?
No, that's not comments. It's just telling me when people joined or when they stop in it. But it's no
That's my
comment.
coworker.
Oh, it is. Hello, coworker. Which one? Through my eyes or
Patricia Hannah, that's my
Patricia
coworker.
Hannah? Hello, girl.
Yeah.
But what you saying? You said depending on the race.
Depending on the race, sometimes it's a microaggression. Like,
Yes, 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 yes.
depending
Mm-hmm.
on the race, it's a microaggression. It goes
Yeah,
from just being bullying to being an
yeah. To something
actual
else.
microaggression.
Yeah, yeah. This is very true. I agree. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it goes from that to that. And the thing about it is, I think, wait one black ass minute. You wait one black ass minute. Because my black ass minute actually goes perfectly what we talking about.
Yeah, I got one that goes through.
So the other day, I was on the Instagram and I came across an image from Black Millionaires page, I think it is, something like that. It might have been Black is Lit, one of those. And it was talking about an interview that our auntie Maxine Waters, auntie Congresswoman Maxine Waters,
Mm-hmm.
um, she did an interview, kind of like
Okay.
people have been saying, of course, people have been saying that there needs to be term limits and that there need to
Mm-hmm.
be age limits for for holding office in government.
Mm.
And she was saying, Maxine Waters was saying that there does not need to be an age limit. There needs to, as long as you are healthy and a good mind and still a fighter and you're effective.
Mm-hmm.
And as big of a fan as I am of Maxine Waters, that made me to a certain extent feel like, yes, she's right. But who the fuck are you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
What examples are you, besides yourself, Maxine Waters?
Mm-hmm.
What examples are you talking? Because if we're talking about the examples, Clarence Thomas, for every Maxine Waters, there are five Clarence Thomases, and we don't even need one Clarence Thomas. The fact that he is still drawing breath is just in spite of us as people.
Mm-hmm.
And Mitch McConnell, who shouldn't be serving anymore because he's lost life
Yeah.
on the Senate floor.
Mm-hmm.
You stopped breathing a couple times there, Bucko. I feel like after the first breath stop, you shouldn't have been allowed to come back. They should have given you a resignation letter because you left your body.
Right.
So the fact that you are still there, the fact that somebody could be sitting in chamber and just croak. Granted, that can happen to a young person, or it can happen to an older
That's
person.
not even supposed to be funny. I don't know why. Oh Lord.
Don't make me laugh, Didi. I'm serious. But like, my whole thing is, she's not wrong in that
Mm-hmm.
if you are effective, if you are doing the work, if you are a fighter, then you should be allowed to be in office. I personally feel like
Right.
there needs to be an advisory council, an elder advisory council to the House and to Senate,
Mm-hmm.
filled with people who used to hold office that we vote in.
Kind of.
Okay,
Yeah.
because you can't go from being old and racist in Congress to being old and racist on the
Yeah.
elder board. That wouldn't work. That would be
Yeah.
counterproductive. So we would be able to vote for those elders, and they could run for office. Why can't y'all run for office for the elder position? We need to make that right now. We need to make that today
Mm-hmm.
because some folk need to go.
Yeah.
And to push back onto what Maxine Waters was saying, there is an age minimum.
Mm-hmm.
So to think that age maximum is a thing is unfair, is not realistic because y'all
Yeah.
say that people can't run before they're 35. Why can't they run before 35?
Right.
What's the
Mm-hmm.
reason that they can't run before 35?
I wonder
What's
if they feel like they
what
haven't had enough life experience.
Okay, well you've had too much.
The opposite could
You
be
see how
true.
that's just
Yep.
the same thing?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, yeah, no,
Uh-huh.
you've been doing this too long. You need what's your grandbaby's name? They need to give him a test. If you can't tell me all of your grandchildren's names, first, middle, and last, okay. If you are
Mm-hmm.
still saying stuff like that, hippity hop, get out of there.
That hippity hop is
Get out of
hilarious.
there. Get out of there. Like if we could leave Maxine Waters in office and just get rid of everybody else that's her same age, I'll be fine with that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Maybe not everybody else. I had to go through the list. But like she was saying, if you are effective, you should be able to fight to your
You
very
should be.
last breath to represent the people. But the problem is it's not enough. And the fact that she even felt the need to say that lets us know your age is showing.
Mm-hmm.
Your age is showing because you're not even being objective
Mm-hmm.
when you're saying this. Because you know good and well it's not enough of y'all that are around your age in office that are fighting and doing the right thing.
Right.
You know that a lot of the ones that are the same age as you are were the ones that was trying to stop Ruby Bridges and them from going to school. You
Mm,
know that. Like, you know who is in, you know these people, Maxine.
yeah.
You smelled them folks as they came into chamber. And you know they smell like elder ignorance. Yet
Mm-hmm.
for some reason, you felt them, and that's why I don't trust politicians. I love Maxine Waters as a human being for everything she's done. That she's been in office since we were 1 years old, and she's been fighting ever since. But I can't respect. It's like it give blue wall. It give a lack of accountability for what you know is going on. To make
Mm-hmm.
a statement like that is very tone deaf. And I love her dearly. She's not wrong for what she's saying, but she's also dead wrong for what she's saying.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I would have to agree. Let's see. Do I have one? Okay. This is gonna be my wait one black ass minute. I'm hoping that I am not the only person that noticed this. I thought I had something that related to the topic, but I don't. I'm probably only going to give one because I really do like this topic. Have you heard about the woman who was pretty much berating her stepson because he wanted to spend Mother's Day with his biological mother and not with her? Have you heard that?
Where was the mother?
So let me tell y'all this. I'm going to mention this first because
Did the
nobody
mother get bailed out?
I don't know what the issue is with the mother. Nobody else seemed to notice this but me, but that is the same woman who came to the car to get her husband out, and he said, "No, I'm just gonna go to sleep right here in the car.
Mm.
I'm cool. You go back." And it's that's the same lady. So she basically was like, I heard you want to go spend Mother's Day with your mother, and he was like, "Yeah." And she don't show him on the camera, but he sounds like a younger kid. I would say no older than 12, 11. Um, He like, yeah. Why would you want to go do that? You don't even spend time with your mother any other time. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, I do everything for you. I do all the things. I take you to school. I get you dressed. I blah 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 blah. Like, why would you? He was like, I just want to see my mother. Like, that's just it. And she like, what am I to you? He was
Hey,
like, my
D.
hey
Nisha.
girl. He was like, my dad's wife. She like, I didn't ask you what I was to your father. I asked you what I was to you. He was like, my dad's wife.
Nigga, that's what you are.
That's what you are to me. Like she was getting on him so bad about the fact that he wanted to spend Mother's Day with his
With the
actual
person who
husband.
he made a mother?
And at that moment, when I realized that was the same lady, I was like, "Oh, she just batshit crazy." I was trying to give her the benefit of the doubt a little bit with that previous video where she
Maybe
would
it's
not let her
skits.
husband just rest in his car. I was
I do
trying
recall
to
that.
like maybe she just
I thought
really
they were
wanted.
getting a divorce, though.
I thought they were too. So I'm now confused. Now I'm wondering if she's playing games on the internet, right? Because why is he still at your house? If this is somebody, you say your husband, maybe they reconcile. I don't know. I saw that one video she did where she was like, thanks to y'all, my husband left me, but I haven't heard anything since then. I did see a
Mm-hmm.
video where she was like, basically she was trying to get him back. She's trying to do all the things, trying to work it out. Maybe they worked it out. I don't know. But that was definitely that same woman that was sitting there, base damn near cursing out her, yeah, her stepson because he wanted to spend Mother's Day. I'm like, oh, so this lady is just fucking crazy.
Mm-hmm.
She's just batshit crazy. And
Ooh, TikTok gonna get you, D.
they ain't give me that time. Last time they got me for the B word, so let me make sure I'm
Mm-hmm.
not saying
I,
that.
I had let a few of them slip. That's why I was like, ooh, let me watch it.
I was like, yeah, this lady. So that's mine. Cause how do you feel like you get to now? What I will say is this: I understand you being a little upset. Like if you spend a significant amount of years with this child, you've helped in raising him, doing schooling with him, taking him to events, all of that stuff. I get the feeling of, oh man, I wish he would want to spend Mother's Day with me. I get the feeling. But to approach him about it is the problem because he's a child. Of course he wants to spend the day with his mother. You just gotta eat it. Unfortunately, as a step parent, you have to eat that. When he tell you, hey, I want to go see my mother, the only response is, okay, let me see if I can get in touch with her for you. But I'm not going to say that takes away the emotion. I get the feeling of, oh man, I especially if you don't have any children, like you and your husband don't have any children together, the only children y'all have is your stepchildren. I get that feeling of, oh, I really wish he would have wanted to spend the day with me. But to berate him over it, no, I'm not with that.
I don't care if the stepmother delivered the baby and raised it from that moment forth. If that child wanted to spend time with their mother
Hmm.
on Mother's Day,
Exactly.
you need to let them spend time. People don't have no boundaries. I don't like the way people treat children. Like
Don't,
people
man.
act like children are people. You know what? The way that children get bullied by adults
Man,
be
what?
so
Ooh,
crazy to me. Like
I'm
even the
glad you
way,
said
like we could talk about the way that people bully Blue Ivy online when
that.
she was
Man,
a baby, and then be like,
what?
"Oh, why don't Beyonce?" And why y'all keep saying Beyonce's son got autism? Y'all don't know that.
I have, huh.
Y'all
Yep,
don't
I
know that. Y'all do
mm-hmm.
not know that. Them people said that that little boy don't like loud noises 7 years ago, and y'all have been running when he is autistic ever. Y'all do not know that. Y'all do not know that.
Definitely don't know that. And then even if he is, so what?
So what?
Why is it
There's a lot
become
of
so?
people on the spectrum. Your baby father on the spectrum. We don't talk about that. We don't talk enough about that. Why don't you worry about the children in your house that's eating crayons? Ooh, this tastes like strawberry, mama. No, it don't. It don't. But you worried about Blue Ivy head not being breeded. And that was
Mm-hmm.
so anti-black. They
Yeah,
they drugged that poor baby for filth.
they
And then
did.
to turn around. And you know what? Can we talk about if the in the vein of Blue Ivy?
Mm-hmm.
The biggest bully,
Mm-hmm.
and it's under the I hate when black girls they adultify black children and then they bully us under the or not us 'cause I'm grown as hell, but they bully little black girls under the guise of guidance. And
Mm-hmm.
that's why when we get grown, we have a hard time accepting it. And that's why when they get old, they can't take it.
Mm-hmm.
The buller becomes the bully.
Uh-huh.
And that be the problem because not enough people go to therapy after
Yeah.
dealing with the stuff that they deal
The
with.
tr-
My issue more so than anything is like our hairstyles is too grown, our
mm-hmm.
dances be too grown. What you
Yeah.
mean? I'm still mad because in 1999, I wanted a bump. You know the little pump bump that used to go over
I
top like that with a
did
little
I
swoop of
have
hair on
one?
the side?
No, I don't think. No,
That's
I
too
think I
grown
did
for
have one.
you.
I think I had that one
I
time.
wanted that hump so bad. I
Mm-hmm.
never
I
got
think
that hump on my head with that little piece of soup on the side because it was too grown.
I did
How?
get.
Because you know what I was going to still look like? An 8-year old. I was going to still look 8. I was going to still not have no titties. I
Mm-hmm.
was going to still be 4'5".
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't have made a difference in the world. Like our dances, even the little, you remember the little street dances? Oh, y'all look too fast out there. Y'all doing too much shaking.
I'm
Chicken
gonna say this
bones.
though. I think the dances that we were doing were definitely not grown, but this shit here that they be doing now with all these this twerking and shit that they be doing
Hmm.
in these songs, I'm not letting my daughter do that shit. I'm not letting my daughter watch those videos so she can participate
I'm
in
gonna
those
hold
dances.
your hand when I say this, DD. We did the crybaby.
Oh well, see, then they had a point. We definitely did the crybaby. That was most
Yeah.
definitely an inappropriate dance for little girls or any child to be doing. I would have to
But we didn't
agree.
know that. We
Yeah,
didn't know
we didn't
we were
know
doing it
that.
as
No,
kids.
yeah, we didn't know that. And my daughter doesn't know the difference between something. Well, let's see. I'm not going to say she doesn't know the difference because we talk a lot about what's inappropriate and what's not. I'm not going to say she doesn't know the difference. But if she were to do a dance, I don't think that she would see it as inappropriate because she's a child. And that's amazing because she's not supposed to see something as
Hmm.
inappropriate. I, as the adult and the parent, I see it as inappropriate because that's what it is. So there are definitely certain dances
Yeah.
and certain videos I don't let her watch. Uh, Hairstyles, it depends. I don't mind too many of them as long as they're not long as hell. They don't need to be flowing
Mm-hmm.
all down her butt. She don't
Yeah,
need to
but
get the
that's
40-inch bust down.
more than an age based thing. That's just a protecting your hair thing. At a certain age, your hair should not be
That
down your
too.
butt.
But yeah, all that
You need to
long hair.
wash your butt real good at a certain age.
Yeah, this is true. Why do I say that? I'm glad you brought up adults bullying children because that's the other thing I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about how teachers will bully your children. Marquise told me, and
And they
he
do. As a
mentioned
teacher,
me a
I can
couple
say
of
that shit is
times.
true.
He mentioned it to me a couple of times. I never personally experienced it, and I didn't know anybody who experienced it, so I didn't know things like this went on until he told me. He
Mm-hmm.
had a teacher in sixth grade who used to constantly tell him pretty much he wasn't gonna be shit. Like
Mm-hmm.
I remember him telling me a story one time. I think she asked a question and he raised his hand to try to answer the question. And she was like, put your hand down. You don't know the answer. Like you don't know what you're talking about. So don't I'm not even about to and she would constantly do that to him and say little things like that to him. And then through him, I don't know if it was through social media. I started hearing more stories because the way social media be spying on your conversations is crazy. But I started seeing more stories of guys saying that. Like you had, and even with the rappers, Meek Mill mentioned it. But these old women, these older teachers who tell these little boys, you ain't gonna be shit. You ain't gonna
Mm-hmm.
do nothing. You ain't gonna go nowhere. And Mark, you saying all the time, like he'd be like, I guarantee you, I'm more successful than everybody in my middle school class. Like I wish I could go back and see my teacher and tell
He
her,
can
like,
find
bitch,
her. She probably on Facebook.
she might be like, bitch, you ain't know what you was
Find
talking.
her. We need to know. You know
Well, I
what?
done said it again twice. I'm sorry, TikTok. Don't try to close.
Because
Don't try to shut me down.
some of us aren't rappers, right? Some of us aren't rappers. We need
Mm,
to normalize, not we, because I never got bullied by a teacher. I was beloved by all
yeah,
of mine.
I never.
Um, we need to normalize finding people Facebooks, cussing them out in their DMs, and then blocking them. We need to
I,
normalize that. First of all, I'm gonna show you a picture of my wonderful life and my wonderful family before I call you a bitch ass bitch,
yeah,
and then I'm gonna block you.
yeah,
We
yeah.
need
And
we need to normalize that.
the thing that's so disturbing about that is I don't know how many parents were actually aware that their sons were being talked to in that way
And not
when
just
they
the
were
sons, the
in
daughters
school.
too.
Because Marky's never
Unfortunately.
mentioned that going on to his mother. And I'm sure there were several other children who never really said, "Hey, my teacher is saying these things to me." Because also back then it was also still a little bit of a culture of whatever the adult says goes.
Mm-hmm.
He also had experiences where an adult would come to his mother and say, "Oh, well, he acted out. He did X, Y, Z," and either it
And the
didn't
parent will
happen
believe it.
or
Mm-hmm.
she extremely exaggerated the situation, and his mother would believe the teacher because the teacher was the adult. So
Mm-hmm.
I could understand children not going to their parents and say, "Hey, this teacher's bullying me. Like she's saying these things to me," because our
Yeah, they
parents
can't do that
back
now.
then, it was still the culture of, "Oh well, I don't believe you. I don't believe you because you the kid and she the adult. So you must have
Mm-hmm.
did what she's saying you doing." Which is crazy. And we've gotten better with that, but we've also taken it to a dangerous extreme. Whereas though
I'm about to say, because I
now,
don't think it's gotten better at all.
yeah, it depends on the parent because now it's switched over to, oh, my son ain't do that, my daughter ain't do that. You know good and well your child do that.
They
Cause
do it at home.
I guarantee you that your child is at home doing the same stuff to you, and you sitting up here trying to you swear me up and down that your
Mm-hmm.
child is not doing this in my classroom. I'm at this point now I gotta record because it's 2026 and I got
But
the
then when I
ability
record
to
your
do so.
kid, now is why you record my kid.
Cause you didn't believe when I was telling you that he was spitting on me in class. That's why I gotta record your kid. Like this, it's crazy. Like there's
Yeah.
no
And,
way. And
and the funny thing, yeah.
the reason why I say that is because my daughter had some issues in school. And everything that though when she was younger, when she was 4 or 5, everything them teachers were saying, I believe because she did the same stuff at schools. I'm at home. it wasn't always to the same extreme as what she would
Mhm.
do at school, but yeah, I'm like, okay, yeah, I know she did that because that sounds like my child. She is similar to the stuff that she does at home. So I'm not ever going to make a teacher feel like they're not being heard because at the end of the day, they're spending the majority of time with your children. At the end of the day, y'all should be working together to try to
Should be.
figure this out. And what you also have to understand is they not only have your child who is running amok in this class, they have 25 other children to deal with. And you saying, "Oh, well, you don't know what you're talking about. My child don't act like that," is also not helping. So, the struggle that teachers have to deal with with children, with parents who just
Who's so glad I don't
refuse.
got to deal with that struggle. Although I am a teacher, I don't have those kinds of issues in my classroom. I haven't, and I don't think I ever really had because I've always gone into the classroom with the idea. I don't call parents. I know this is very unconventional, and I
Oh,
don't
Nisha
call parents
said,
unless I have to, unless I
mm-hmm,
want to gives a positive. If I want to say something positive, I'll call home a parent or I'll send a message to a
yeah,
parent. If I got some, if I have an issue with your child, I'm gonna have an issue with that child because that child is somebody that's in my care.
mm-hmm,
You can't call me while
yeah,
I'm
mm-hmm,
at home drinking my cut waters and say, listen, this little
mm-hmm,
boy is in here to turn my furniture up because I'm gonna hang up on you and block you
right,
until the next day because there's no way in the world. But with that being said, I pay very close attention to how teachers talk to
yeah,
kids, especially when it comes to thinking about, how we're gonna do classes for the following year and stuff like that.
mm-hmm,
I didn't like when I was in elementary school because we would pass the kids and we would pass the folders, we would talk about the kids. I didn't like whenever I had a white woman telling me about the behavior issues that she had with a black child. I almost immediately ignored her
mm-hmm,
because sister, you and I aren't even in the same vein. Now there was
yeah,
only one, and I forgot her name now. She got married, but I listened to her because she was one of the most objective teachers I'd ever met in my life. She treated everybody fairly. She talked to all of the children with respect. So I
mm-hmm,
trusted her judgment when she said she was having an issue. Now, I'm in school for adult education.
mm-hmm,
That's what I'm getting my master's in right now. It's adult education. And it's interesting because in my education class that I was taking this semester that I'm about to get an A on. Yep, yep. Um, I don't know if that's true or not. I pray that it is. But in the
we're gonna see.
class, one of the things that they talked about, one of the barriers for adult education is trauma that
Mm-hmm,
comes from a educational setting.
right,
And it just presents when people don't think about how they treat children in school even up until their 12th grade year, they don't think
mm-hmm,
about the fact that you are sending people out into the world with hurt,
yeah,
and you're sending people out into the world with a decreased love for learning.
yep,
And if that's something that you've done as a teacher, bitch, you belong in jail.
yeah,
You belong in prison because you have been a part of our society becoming
mm-hmm,
illiterate and ignorant
mm-hmm,
willfully. You're part of the reason why people don't want to believe teachers anymore when they're telling people that their kids is doing stuff they're not supposed to be doing because you.
yeah. That's where that comes from. Yep.
And then it goes back to what I was saying about the Maxine Waters thing because you're impacting people's lives and you're not even gonna be alive much longer.
Yeah.
Not Maxine.
Hmm.
I pray she lives a very long time. But I mean like older people, like you older and you out here really, you know what,
Yeah.
you about to retire soon. You mean the shit to
Mm-hmm.
these kids that you about to retire. Just retire.
Mm-hmm.
Don't if
And
you feel like you're tired, if you're not happy with your career, if you feel like it's just too much, leave
mm-hmm.
that field. The moment where you start treating
Mm-hmm.
kids bad, you become a bully and you're a villain and you gotta go.
Yeah, and the perspective be so different sometimes for that reason. Nisha said, "I've been bullied by two, a man and a woman, both out of jealousy." But yeah, it's crazy because it's like Me and Marquise have such a difference of
I
opinion
want to hear a
because,
little bit more of
yeah,
Nisha's story about this jealousy.
yeah, let us know, Nisha, if you still here. I've never experienced any type of, not what I would call bullying from a teacher.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, when I see a teacher treating a child, when I had to deal with certain things like that with my child, I was more prone to listen to the teacher because I never had a bullying experience. Marquise is on the other side of it, where he was bullied a few
Mm-hmm.
times by a teacher, so he's not as quick to go, okay, she did it. His
Yeah.
response is like, what are you saying she did? Because y'all like to lie, and then also there is a major culture of bullying in the South
Yeah.
with these teachers down here, and he lived it. He lived like what he went to, I think, third to fifth grade down here. So he also has that experience of these teachers really be teaching these treating these children crazy down here. So he's less likely to automatically jump to, okay, my daughter must have did that. So
And
we
I'm not surprised by that, just because of the
yeah.
sick, just for the fact that things, and I've never lived in the South, mind you, so I might be speaking off turn. I'm sorry to any Southerners. They say that Maryland is
Mm-hmm.
not the South, so I can say what the fuck I want.
Okay.
Sorry. I
Hello.
find that anything that has anything to do with anything even remotely oppressive, they are there for that in the South. And it's because it is bred,
Yes. Yes.
it's bred. It's almost as
Mm-hmm.
if it's got passed down from generation to generation to generation.
Yes.
And I pray that we'll all be free. We as the niggas
Mm-hmm.
one day.
That's exactly what that is. This is a little off topic, but I want to mention when we talk about the difference between growing up in the South and the North. I was listening to this lady's video. This girl, she was talking about being born in the South, but she lived a period in the up north because that's where her mother moved to or something. She talked about the fact that when you're dealing with racial situations,
Hmm.
white people in the North are very microaggressive.
Right.
White people in the South are not. They are very
They are
direct,
openly aggressive.
openly
Yeah.
aggressive. And for her, and your preference is your preference, but for her, she's like, I'd rather the devil I can see, the devil I know coming, because at least I know how you feel about me. I would have to disagree. And for this reason, I have an automatic assumption. All right, if he called me, it got to be important. 1 second, y'all.
I'm already knowing that I disagree with Dee Dee on this matter, because I too would rather have the devil that I know. Let me know that you're racist so I can quickly make sure that you're not in my ethos at all. Let
He
me
forgot I
know.
was. I thought it was important. It was not. All right, so this is
Oh
why. This
shoot.
is why I did. I heard a little bit of what you were saying. This is why I differ. Because after maybe it's because I've lived in the South for a little while. I I have an automatic assumption that any white person that I run into has the capability to be racist. Like in the back of their mind, there's something there, right?
Hmm.
So that's my automatic assumption with any white person I run across. Period. I'm never thinking, oh, this person is friendly. That's not my first thought. My first thought is, you're white. I gotta watch out for you.
Right.
So a little microaggression doesn't bother me because if you're giving me microaggression, but you don't got shit to back it up, like you're not gonna do shit for real, all you're gonna do is run your mouth. I can do that. I can deal with that. What I can't deal with is you being directly racist to me to the point that you would go very far as to harm me because you don't like me, because you don't
Mm.
like black people. That is the difference. And that's what I notice more so in the South than anywhere else. A lot of these stories that I hear
Yeah.
of lynchings, of houses being burned, of whatever it is, most of that stuff is occurring in the South because these white people don't give a fuck. If they want
Hmm.
to hurt you, they're gonna hurt you. Up north, of course it happens, not so much. Most of the time you gonna get the microaggression. I rather not be harmed. That's what I choose. If I
That's
have to
fair.
choose, if I have to choose any option, I'd rather not. I don't give a fuck about you being racial, saying some little smart shit to me. My assumption is that you racist anyway. Like honestly, so that's what we differ. At the end of the day, everybody has a preference. That's mine though, which is part
That's
of the reason
reasonable, D.
why I can't wait to get the fuck out the south. I don't got time to be playing with these people. They be doing
I
weird
think
shit
that's
down here, and I'm not
reasonable.
with it.
I think that's reasonable. But also, I look at it from the sense of when we talk about racial violence, you're talking about physical racial violence. When I talk about
Physical.
microaggression, I'm
Mm-hmm.
talking about policy based racial violence.
Okay. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Doing shit like being able to impact my work performance
That's true. Mm-hmm.
evaluation. You don't actually
Mm-hmm.
like me. You don't like black people at all.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so you're gonna give me a nasty evaluation. And you're
Yes.
going to write things about me throughout the year that will make my evaluation seem valid. And when I
Ab-
say something to you about it, then I'm being
mm-hmm.
insubordinate.
Mm-hmm.
I have an issue with you being my doctor or my nurse, and I tell you that I'm having a level 10 pain,
Mm-hmm.
but because you are racially biased, and I didn't know this before I had you in my delivery room before I had my baby,
Yeah.
I'd
That's
rather know that you're racist. All fucks. Now, I'm not saying no, I'm not saying be violent
mm-hmm.
to let me know that you're racist. Just let me know you don't
Mm-hmm.
fuck with my
Just
kind
yeah.
so that I know not to have you in my delivery room. So I
Yeah.
know not to have you as a practitioner for me. So I know not to have you as my kid's teacher.
Yeah. Yeah. That's some real shit. And it's crazy.
Yeah.
Cause I hear stories that occur in the South of mothers being treated wild, and it happens. Like I said, it can happen anywhere, but most of the stories I hear happen in the South of mothers being treated harshly in delivery
Hmm.
rooms, not getting pain medicine they need, leaving them out in the waiting room, crying and hollering and screaming, writhing in pain while they sitting there not giving a fuck. Most of the time, this shit happens here.
Hmm.
And yeah, I'd rather not have to deal with that. But you definitely make a point with yeah, they find their ways. That's why, like I said, my automatic assumption is that you motherfuckers racist. Y'all don't like me.
Immediately.
That's
That
just
is
what I
immediately my first thought. And if you're
that's what
not racist, you're lightweight racist. You have some type of
yes.
racial bias that you don't even know about. It's an intrinsic and you know what, Didi? I have been
Oh, Nisha,
reading,
tell us the bullying
unfortunately.
story.
Yes, Nisha, please tell us the bullying story so we can read it off to the people.
Mm-hmm.
I I've been reading 1619,
Mm-hmm.
the 1619 project. It's a recommended read. I definitely recommend it to anybody. It really has been putting a lot in it. There are some things that I already knew because I am somebody who is really big on learning about Black history to a certain extent. I've gotten more into it in the last
Mm-hmm.
few years, so I've been seeing some of the things that were said in the book so far. I was like, yeah, I kind of knew that.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of knew that. Yeah, I knew about that. I knew
Right.
about Baker's Rebellion. Yeah, I knew about this. I knew about that,
Mm-hmm.
but it's putting it into context. So it jumps back and forth between the past. It has some fictional stories, some poetry, real life event. Like it's really a good piece. I
Okay.
recommend it. They also have the video. There's a documentary of it on Hulu. I haven't watched the documentary yet. I started
You
it and I
know
was like,
what? I did
I'm
see
gonna
that.
finish
I
the
did
book.
see that. I did go across that. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I would recommend it. The book is good. I can't wait to be finished. I'm on like chapter 5 or chapter 6 right now. And the chapters are kind of extensive, but it's a really good read. Unfortunately for me, I have a hard time separating my black from my regular life. So when I'm angry as a black person in the streets, I'm gonna be angry as a black person at work. So I be avoiding folks.
Right.
I be
Mm-hmm.
avoiding people. I be like, yeah, I don't
Yeah.
even want to be around you.
Oh, Nisha
Okay,
said,
you want to
yeah,
read it, D?
Yeah, sixth grade teacher was mad over a sundress that was high neck that she wore. Told the whole class she should be ashamed because I had more breasts than a supermarket. Shaking my head, she was an A cup. That's crazy to say to a sixth grade.
Had more breasts than a supermarket. Bitch, how you mad at me because I got titties?
Yeah, that's wild to
How
say.
like you went and picked the titties out. You didn't pick
Right.
them titties?
That's wild
I'm
to say.
pretty sure you
And
wouldn't have wanted to have titties in sixth grade.
that's what I wanted to say too. The thing about teachers who do that, you don't know what a lot of these children be dealing with at home,
Yeah, like
whether it be abuse or stress or whatever. I'm dealing with adult type shit at my house, and then I gotta come here and be abused and insulted by you. Like that's crazy. Cause now and then they
a
want
space that is supposed to be safe for children.
yes, like this is a learning environment. Why are you talking about my body at all? Period. You know, it's also borderlining on
Weird.
SA
You're
harassment.
weird,
You
buddy.
know, like what is going on? But like this
Now,
is
to be
supposed to
fair,
be
now
a
I have said something along not them lines, but the little girls
mhm.
want to be having the little tight leggings. Like, hey, you swinging a lot of tail around here. I'll
uh,
say that
uh,
just to say, hey,
please be careful.
be
We all
please
at
be
school
careful. You're
though.
gonna knock my cup over. Stuff like that. Like,
Yeah.
I would hope that they wouldn't feel that way.
Yeah.
I would hope
Hmm.
they wouldn't feel that. Now I'm gonna be more mindful because that may make them feel. I do
Yeah.
ask. I do ask, like, hey,
And then
let me
it
know if I say
depends.
anything that make you feel
Are you
uncomfortable.
saying it loudly so that the class hears it, or are you saying it just directly to the kid?
To the kid, to the kid. I would
Okay, so
never.
that could be a little bit of a difference. But yeah, check make sure they are right. But yeah, but to stand up in front of a whole entire class and say that about a child, this is sixth grade. Like that's crazy. She said, mind you, my maiden name is French, so I understand some of the spoken language. That's I saw a
Mm.
video like that the other day. This person spoke French and didn't. She was at some hair salon and they was speaking French and didn't know that she could speak French and they was talking shit about her. You never know. Don't be judging no books
Talking
by
shit about
cover.
somebody when Google Translate is around is ridiculous. I'm sorry.
Google Translate definitely
Do
around.
you not know I will molly wop you all up and through this nail salon?
Was I about to say something that made me think? Oh, I already said it about the not knowing what kids be facing at home. Because I've seen I don't know if I noticed it when I was a kid, but I definitely through attending events for Troy School have seen children that look like they were really, really having a hard time with.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes the thing that pisses me off about schools is the amount of events that they be having and what they be requesting that we constantly buy and spend money on. Like I get that you want to make the kids feel special, and I'm good with that. Let's have a few events a year, but every Friday, every last Friday of the month, y'all want to be having parties. Oh, it's $2 to get in. It's $10 to get in. They gotta wear
Why are
X,
they
Y,
charging the
Z.
kids to get in?
Man, make sure they wearing blue shirts, orange shirts, red shirts. How the fuck do you figure that I got all this money to be spending on all this extra shit?
They charging the kids to get into the gyms?
Yes. They have a party at Troy School probably, like I said, I swear it's like once a month. And it's anywhere from $2 to $10 to get in. Mind you, the last party that they had, it was supposed to cost $10. I gave Troy the $10. But matter of fact, no, it was $25. It was some kind of real dressy type event. $25. They ended up canceling it for whatever reason. They said, okay, we're gonna cancel this. We're gonna have another party.
But
This
did you get your
party is
25
on
back?
right. This yeah. So this party is only $10. I went to the school because they had called me, told me, hey, we got the money, we canceled the party, all that stuff. I was like, well, I'm gonna come up there and get the money. They was like, okay, well, here go the $25. I was like, I thought y'all was gonna keep $10 for the new party. And she was like, oh. I was like, you know what? Just give me the money. I'll just send it back with Troy when they have the party.
Mm-hmm.
So the party was coming back up. Mind you, the party was coming, but then testing was going on. So they told me, oh, we're not going to have that party either because of testing and whatever else they fucked up as far as scheduling. I said, okay, forget it. Then they ended up changing their mind, having the party, but not notifying the parents that they had rescheduled it. So Troy told me about it. She was like, they want me to pay the $10 so I could wear regular clothes. I was like, I'm not doing that. Cause this is the thing. I was gonna pay the $10 because I think originally the dance was either on a Wednesday or a Thursday. On Friday is jeans day anyway. It's already jeans day, and I'm gonna let her wear whatever shirt she wanna wear. So you mean to tell me you want me to pay $10
For
on a
sure.
Friday for her to wear regular clothes? I'm not doing that. I said, Troy, go to that school and go to that party. I'm not paying no $10 for you to wear no regular clothes when it's already Friday and you wear regular clothes anyway. And she went there, came home. She was like, I went to the party. I didn't pay $10 to get in. I don't know how I got in because I didn't have to pay. I was like, because it makes no damn sense.
Right.
Not only did they cancel the original party, they created another party, canceled that party as well, then rescheduled it and didn't even tell the parents, hey y'all, we rescheduled it. So no, I'm not paying. I'm not giving y'all no more money. It's the end of the year. We about to be out of here. I'm not giving y'all no more money. But yes, they be charging $2, $10, $25 for parties. And then you
I
always
wanna
having to buy extra shit throughout the year. Or we're having cowgirl day. Or you gotta dress like a president day. Or dress like your teacher. It just listen.
I
I'm
just want
tired.
to say
I
this,
don't got no money.
DD. I want to say this, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. And to my future children, Thomas James or Rhea Sunshine, if y'all steal my names for my babies, I know where y'all got it from. I will murder you in your sleep. To Thomas James and Rhea Sunshine, the answer is no, you're not participating.
It's crazy.
We
And
got
see
fun
that
at home.
That's how they get you. Cause then the kids be upset. Mama, can
We
I
got fun
please
at home.
go? I want to go. Let me go. And it depends. Sometimes, for the most part, we let them participate because we got it to give it to her. But
Denisha,
I'm like,
when
Troy, they got
your
too.
godson and or goddaughter decides that it's time to be a human and not a thought, and they go to school, I would like for you, as their godparent, because I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna call you. I would like for you to show them this video to my darlings, Thomas James and or Raya Sunshine. Okay, it's no get out my face.
Right. What I will
Go and
say is
show
the
that to them.
fact that you're confused about that. I'm hoping that we don't have these same experiences up north because I ain't never heard of the shit till I came down here every
Oh no,
five
they
minutes.
exist. They
Oh, they
exist,
do.
friend.
Oh, okay.
They do.
Yeah, it's
They exist.
ridiculous. And then, like I said, some of these kids, they don't have it, and y'all keep
They don't.
playing having these damn parties. So now these other children cannot participate because I don't have
Hmm.
$2 to give you, honey. I don't have $10 to give you, honey. Like it's crazy. It's unnecessary. Like let the fucking party be free. What you doing with
Creating
the
caste
$2
systems in an
anyway?
elementary school is crazy. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it is. It's quite
Like,
ridiculous.
what are we doing? What are we doing
Mm-hmm.
here? It's supposed to be a space where children build their self confidence and their
Mm-hmm.
self worth and their value. A lot of it is staked in what they experience inside of the school building. But those are my final words for the
Yeah.
evening because it is 10:43. I'm gonna just say follow me on Facebook at Anita Wade's, Instagram and TikTok at Hey Miss Wade. Follow my business page. That's Bridges and Bloom
Good
underscore
night.
Baltimore. Good night, Nisha. Uh, Once again, I do have a teen open mic. A teen open mic. It is a free event on May the 30th. Is a teen open mic May 30th at MRI Studios from 5 to 9. If you know any teenagers who have talent or you just know any teenagers who will be outside, tell them don't be down in the harbor planning on getting arrested. Just come inside and
Mm-hmm.
sit and enjoy some live entertainment from people your age. It once again, it's a free event, May 30th. Invite your children. 14 to 18 exclusively. So if you are 19, you are not invited. And if you're 13,
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately, you too cannot come. So yeah.
Well, my final thoughts are just thank you to everybody who joined. I have to give a special shout out to my sister in law who is here with us every
Hmm.
week, y'all. She
We
always
love you, Nisha
joins.
girl.
We love her to death. She always joins, puts comments, she participates. We appreciate her for that. My baby is usually on here, y'all, but he is at work working his overnight shift. He cannot be here tonight. They must be working him to death at this moment. So just thank you to everybody who joined us today. I want to once again express my excitement for this being the last show that we will be doing where I will be in Albany, Georgia. Next week, next Monday. Matter of fact, we haven't even went over topics, but you know what? Maybe we'll pop up. No, we did. We're gonna do some nostalgia next week.
Oh,
We
we
did
did say
say that.
that.
We're gonna go into some more nostalgia. Nostalgia is such a fun episode, y'all. We like I said, we probably gonna do
Hmm.
that like once a month. It's so fun. So we're gonna talk about some nostalgia next week, and next week I will be in Pennsylvania. Next Monday at 9 p.m. I will be in a different location. I will have left the South once again after 10 years. I'm breaking out. I'm so excited. I'm very excited about that. Please follow me, y'all. Y'all know underscore DD on TikTok. Oh, y'all gonna be in Pennsylvania when? Y'all know underscore DD on TikTok and on Instagram. Also follow our page, Two Homegirls Chatting on TikTok and on YouTube. We are Two Homegirls 26. Ho- we are Two Homegirls 26 on Instagram. Please follow us on all of our platforms, y'all. We need lots of followers on there. Okay, please follow
Hmm.
us. Y'all gonna be in PA, like moving to PA? Is that what you're saying? Because if we about to be neighbors, I'm about to get real excited. Let me know something.
Let me know if I can get
But
really
yes,
excited
y'all.
too, because I want to get really excited.
But my sister in law is putting in the chat that she will be moving to Pennsylvania, Harrisburg to be exact. When? Cause that's where we about to be. Next week?
Oh, everybody that was on the Instagram, thank you so much for joining us on Instagram today. Really appreciate you. Shout out to that's my boy Fats, the one who had replied in our comments on Instagram. It's my
Okay.
guy,
Fats, if you
Austin.
still hanging in, we appreciate you.
Austin also has a really cool podcast. Um, I do not remember the name of it, but I haven't been on it a couple of times. I had a good time with it. He's a hoot, really funny guy. But yeah.
Well, we appreciate you, Fats. Thank you for adding comments. Nisha, I am excited to hear that. We will be there next weekend. Please text me, call me, one of y'all. Y'all can probably even just come over to the house or we can meet up with y'all. Y'all let me know something. I'm excited.
Hmm.
But yes, thank you, y'all. We will see y'all next week, Monday at 9 p.m. for some nostalgia, some 90s. Well, I ain't gonna say 90s nostalgia specifically. It's not gonna be 90s nostalgia specifically, but we are 90s babies, millennials. So we'll be talking about the shit that we remember. It's gonna be fun.
Also, feel free to DM us any suggestions that y'all have, some things y'all might want to see, any small
Mm-hmm.
clips that you want to see, because we're trying to get the people going, trying to create a
Get
very
what
well
they want.
curated pick page. So if y'all could help us out with that, we would greatly appreciate it.
Yeah.
Um, we will be having some announcements coming up soon about how our show will be structured,
Mm-hmm.
and scheduling for the sake of my busy class schedule changing. Dee Dee is,
Mm-hmm.
of course, moving to another state and readjusting her life situation, her life.
Mm-hmm.
What's the word I'm looking for, Dee Dee? Routines and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So we are human beings. Bear with us. Thank you guys for watching every time that you join us. We really do appreciate.
We do.
It
We
does
do.
not go unnoticed. We appreciate the people that show up every week, like Marquise. Of course, Marquise gonna show up every week.
Mm-hmm.
Um, as the unofficial third member of Two Homegirls Chatting, as a part of our auxiliary board. But all right, let's get up out of here.
All right. Good night, y'all. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. We'll see y'all next week at 9 p.m. Good night.
Night, guys. Didi, I'm on my phone. I'm on your phone.
All right.
Did I exit? I don't think I did.